welcome to another video. Now in this video, what I'm going to be doing is building a water-cooled quad, and it is this one here. So throughout this video, I'm going to walk you through the process, what I did to actually build this one. The story behind the blue one is this actually belonged to a friend of mine, and we did used to use this on track quite a few years ago. It was really good fun, but the problem with this, when I actually bought it off him recently, the problem with this quad was it had just been sat in a shed for about 2 years, not been touched. So everything was seized, everything was corroded, and everything needed to basically be changed and upgraded. So this has been my project over the last 6 weeks. I've spent a fair bit of money on it to try and get it up to a good standard, and I've tweaked and changed a lot of different things. So that is before. And this is after. Not bad. Well, there you go. My second quad is now finished. This is the water-cooled version, and I'm really happy with it. So as you can see, it looks similar to my last quad. The last one was an air-cooled that I built. This is a water-cooled, and it's going to be a lot faster. So it's taken me about 4 weeks to basically finish it. I had to take everything apart, take everything off, and pretty much start again because everything was corroded. Change all the wheel bearings, the pipes, the actual silicone hoses for the water pump, brand new water pump. I had to check over the entire engine, change the chain. I had to fix some leaks I had, some air leaks, and flush through the entire water system as well, and made some modifications on the seat unit as well with the tank. Also brand new grips, slightly changed my handlebars as well, and changed the steering damper. I had to replace the fluid in that. So yeah, it's been a fair bit of work, but it's now done, and I'm looking forward to actually testing it now on a track. Now, if you want to see me test this quad out on a track, then make sure you're subscribed, because there's going to be a video coming up quite soon where I'm going to be taking it out and I'm going to be testing this on a track, and this is going to be very, very fast. This is going to be a lot faster than my last quad that I tested, as I said, because this is a much more powerful engine. So it's going to be good fun. So make sure you subscribe and make sure that you look out for some more videos that I'm going to be uploading soon. We'll try and start it. I don't know if it will. I may need a choke, and the problem I've got with this is the choke is very hard to get to. So with all the plastic seat unit on, trying to put the choke on is very difficult. So I don't know if it's going to actually fire up with no choke, but let's see. as you can see, it's really loud. It's going to be a beast. Right, we'll start from the back. Now what I've had to do is change this water pump. This is a brand new water pump. I've had to change this. As you can see, this is a purple anodized water pump. It's really nice. This is a CS Racing mini bike water pump. So this is a good one. This cost me a fair bit of money. So I had to buy a brand new water pump, brand new silicone hoses. I had to get a customized, well I say customized, I had to search for this. It took me a while to actually find an O-ring the right size, because it had to be the right size. There's no adjustment on these, because this is kind of like an aftermarket like setup for my water pump. Brand new chain as well. Now these are actually go-kart tyres and go-kart wheels. These are not the standard wheels you get on these quads from the manufacturer. If we go over to my other quad, you'll see the difference. Yeah, that is the difference there. So these are very chunky, really big wheels. The reason why I've changed these is so I get more grip around the corners, so I can basically ride it a lot faster. So I've got my chain guards. I've had to change my front pinion just in there to a bigger pinion, because this sprocket is actually this cannot be taken off. The way we've basically done it, the way this is actually on at the moment, is we've had to weld those brackets on the end of the axle for more strength and more support. So because we've had to do that, it means we can't take the rear sprocket off. But all I do is, depending where I go to use this, if it's a big open track or like an airfield, I can use it as it is, because I should have a lot of top end speed. If I go to a slightly smaller place, a slightly smaller track, I just change my small pinion in there. Currently it's a number 8. I can change it to a number 7 to get more acceleration and less top end speed. So there shouldn't really be any need to change my rear sprocket anyway. But this is the only downside about having to do this customization. So anyway, that's the back. So I've got a rear caliper brake at the back there. It's plenty good enough for what you need on these. You don't need any front brakes. Yeah, a rear brake. In fact, when they come from the factory, you only get a rear brake anyway. So yeah, big old beefy wheels at the back here. And then there are two. So now you can see both of my quads side by side, the blue one and the green one. In one of my previous videos, you saw me on track giving this a good test. I've still got other tests that I want to do with this one though. So I've got lots more videos to make, and there'll be lots more new videos coming up with the air cooled. So this is the air cooled and this is the water cooled. This one is going to be a lot faster. If you go and watch the video of me testing this on the track, on circuit, this still goes really well. If I had to take a guess, I would say I got up to around 40 odd miles an hour. So that isn't bad for a little quad like this. That is pretty good. However, this is going to be faster than that. I don't know how much quicker, but this has got a lot more horsepower and a lot more torque. And I'll have a lot more grip, because the rear wheels are go-kart wheels as opposed to the standard mini quad wheels that you get on the green one. So this air-cooled engine is around 8 to 9 horsepower. The water-cooled engine is around 13 to 14 horsepower. So about 4 or 5 horsepower more. And also you'll see the difference in the handlebars. The handlebars on the water-cooled are bigger. That's going to help me with more stability, and it's just going to help with the handling of the quad, because this is a lot faster and a lot more powerful. I definitely need as much stability as I can get when I'm going around the corners. The blue one has also got a steering damper, so that's going to help to reduce any speed wobble when I'm on the straights. I don't have that on the green one. I should really have one because it does make it a little bit easier, but I've not got one at the moment. So there's quite a big difference between both quads, but they're both super fun. They really are great fun. If you go back and watch the video, when I went to the circuit on this, you'll see that it does look really good fun. I had a great time flying around the circuit on this one. Yeah, really enjoy the air cool, but I'm now looking forward to testing the water cooled out because this is going to be faster. It's going to be so much more powerful when I'm coming out of the corners, and it's going to be a lot more grippy as well. One of the problems I had with the air cools is I struggled to get the power down when I was coming out of the corners. Okay, partly the reason is because the rear wheels are too skinny, so I couldn't get the traction. So I was having to feather the throttle coming out of the corners. But it's still great fun. It really, really is. I had so much fun when I filmed that video at the circuit. They have taken a lot of work. This has cost me, I would say, just to get it to the stage where it is now, this has cost me near on £300. But I hope it's going to be worth it because it's going to be so much fun, and I'm going to be using this throughout the year, hopefully over the next couple of years, for as long as I can use it for. It's going to be really, really good fun. The air cooled, I didn't really have to spend too much money on this when I built it, or when I put it together, because the engine was already there and everything else was already on the quad that I needed. I just needed to give it some TLC, give it a new spray job, and basically go over the entire quad, tighten everything up, make sure everything was safe and all that. So that didn't really cost me a lot of money, but this one I've had to change quite a few parts on it because, as I said, the water pump was corroded at the back. There were the wheel bearings on there had to be changed. The radiator was broken, so I had to change that. I had to get some new grips, new paint job. So yeah, that cost me a lot more. Now, one of the things I've had to do is I've had to buy a brand new radiator because the one in earlier parts of this video, I had a black one. Yeah, the black one's actually now in the bin. There it is. It's actually in the bin. Now, the reason why I had to get a new radiator is because that actually had a slight leak in one of the fins. So I've had to buy a brand new radiator. It cost a small fortune. You know, these are not cheap. But anyway, I've had to do that. And I've changed that. So now it is 100% ready to test. So I'm really looking forward to it. This thing is going to absolutely fly, as I've said. I've used this before, so I know it's going to be fast. And I've got a new little thing there as well. I don't know what you call them. I think they're the handlebar foam protection pad. But it's kind of there for show. You know, I bought it off eBay. I think it was like £10. Yep, all finished, all ready to go. So look out for one of my next videos where I'm going to test this bad boy out on track. And that's going to be a really fun video to make. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a like and make sure you subscribe, because there's lots more videos coming up when I'm going to be testing these out on track. There's lots more fun videos to come that you won't want to miss. So make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.